Hello. Hello, everyone. What is up, everyone? Welcome to my stream. As always, I'll wait about 5 minutes for more people to show up, but hello, everyone. I have an exciting print to show you guys today to critique. Hello. And you guys can see me take apart my supports today with some random office tools that I have. Welcome to the stream. How's everyone doing? What is up, everyone? Thank you for showing up to my stream at a 4 p.m. on a random Wednesday. Hello, Sideline Review. Welcome to my stream again on a random Wednesday. Hello. Happy Wednesday. I'm going to wait about 5 more minutes for more people to come in, but we're about to relaunch we're about to relaunch one of our filaments this week. And I want you guys to guess in the chat what the filament is. If you followed some of our social media posts, we've kind of teased about it. It has to do with speed. So please let me know what you think it is in the comments, and I'll confirm later. Welcome to the stream. I think this is about my 5th stream. I'm still a little bit new to this, so please bear in mind. It's called Tiffany's Amateur Printing Hour. So sometimes I create a print or I review prints that I see on MakerWorld, but today I'm going to review one. Here's a little hint. I'm not sure if you guys can tell what that is. Happy Wednesday, everyone. But yeah, we're about to relaunch one of our filaments this week. So please let me know what your guesses are in the comments. It has to do with speed. If you followed some of our social media channels, you might see that I've teased it just a little bit. But if you are subscribed to our newsletter, please expect it tomorrow. Hello, Outcasted Wonder. Welcome to the stream. Happy Wednesday. I'll wait about 2 more minutes to actually start, and I'll show you guys the big reveal of what I printed over the week. It's not the best. It's not the best, and I didn't have time to reprint all the parts. I was a little frustrated. Polysonic Red, is that the filament that you think is going to be highlighted as a campaign for Polymaker in a couple of weeks, or are you saying Polysonic Red to whatever you see in this corner here? Please let me know. And if you see that the background is a little different today, we are in the meeting room of the Polymaker Houston office. So I got kicked out of the filament room that I sometimes fill in because they're testing some filament that just came in today. Polysonic Red, no. So whatever you see in the corner, I can't reveal it fully yet. This is Polylight Orange, PLA. Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. And I have some parts and bits that go with the print I'm about to ask you guys to critique for me. Because I have a lot of pieces, and I'm not going to lie to you, chat, I've broken quite a bit. Just because I got so impatient pulling it off the bed. I think I'm missing some pieces too. Dang it. All right, so update, I have broken a couple pieces and I have missing a couple pieces, but it's okay. The whole print should be fine. You guys can see me work with these tools today to try to break off the supports. Hello, Peekaboo. Hello, Da Vinci. Welcome to the stream. I did break it. I got really impatient right off the bat. When it came off the bed, I got really impatient and I just wanted to tug around with it and try to fit it into some of the parts. And so I broke it. But it's okay. This is a trial print. I can always print more. I have since learned that the filament that I probably have been using is high in moisture, which is another reason why I think some of my prints have been breaking. All right, we're at the 5-minute mark. Welcome everyone to my stream. This is called Tiffany's Amateur Maker Hour. On the stream, I'm quite new to Polymaker. I believe I'm my 5th month in right now. I'm in my 5th or 6th month in right now. My current title is the marketing channel manager, so I take care of our social medias. I interact with you guys on our social medias. So yeah, this is about my 6th or 5th to 6th stream. I can't keep track anymore, but I'm a total noob when it comes to 3D printing. And I don't know what that says about me if I've been here for like 6 months, but we're learning. We're slowly learning. If I were working for 10 years, that means I would have been 18 when I started at Polymaker, which means I would have been a pioneer at the start of Polymaker. No. I can't make it sound professional because this is an amateur maker hour. Maybe in my 1st or 2nd year, I'll change the title of my stream to Tiffany's Somewhat Professional Maker Hour. How about that? But all right, so what I do on this stream is I sometimes review some cool prints that I see on MakerWorld. And if not, sometimes I'll print some stuff to have you guys critique and give me some tips on. And this week, just like the last, I printed something. So I'm not sure if you guys are into anime, but I am. So when I saw this little guy, his name is Pochita. He's from Chainsaw Man. So this is printed with Polysonic PLA. And I was just told by Polymaker Pete that the supports will be a bitch to take off because Polysonic does not have the best supports. So you're going to see me pry this stuff off. So that'll be part of the stream. So part of this was that it was actually supposed to have like fur texture on it. And I didn't feel like messing with the settings. But first question, again, this is just a trial print. I just really wanted to see how it looks like fully printed. And I'll probably mess with the scaling next time because this is a tad big. But if I wanted to add the texture, what do I have to do in these settings to make that happen, chat? Please drop it below. Does this look like Joel or do I look like Joel? Yes, Chainsaw Man for the win. Correct filament type, wrong color. Truly. It is orange, but I think you said Polysonic red. Fuzzy skin and Orca slicer. So I have a Bamboo A1 Mini. What can I do with that? The print. We'll have to let Joel know that this is his doppelganger. But yes, I have a Bamboo Mini, A1 Mini. So for suggestions with that, what can I do to add the fuzzy texture to this? I would love to know for the second print that I eventually do. Because although it's nice, I do feel unsettled that it is quite smooth considering Pochita is a fuzzy little chainsaw dog. And that's Polysonic Orange, right? Yes, this is in Polysonic Orange. I did not check what filament I stole last week from the office to bring home. And I should have just gotten Polyterra PLA. So, but we got this. So you will definitely see me pry off the trees today, which I heard will be quite difficult. Hi, everyone. I don't have any bamboo printers, so I've never used a slicer, but it may be named the same. I didn't even know that fuzzy skin was a name on bamboo or on the settings to make that happen. Just fuzzy skin. Okay, well, I think what I'll have to do then is I'm going to have to reprint this with the fuzzy skin and show it to you guys next week. And let's see if I got it right. All right, I'll show you. I showed you the body. So this is the body. What we're going to take off today is the bottom support, some stuff underneath the tail. We got a cute little butthole here. And the eye sockets. So I feel like the eye sockets are going to be the hardest because I have tried a little bit here. If you saw the indent, and it's not moving, so we'll see. Another thing I want to show, this is the chainsaw man holder. So it's Pochita's little handle. I did break this. Once again. I'm not sure for those who just entered the chat. I've mentioned that I've broken quite a few parts on this little guy. Just because I got so impatient that I pried it off of the printer right away and started trying to jam it into places. And that definitely caused it to break. Also, see if you can use paint on tree or organic sport stuff. Yes, so I was just told by Polymaker Pete that Polysonic probably has the worst supports when it comes to print. So that was my fumble today. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. As I was saying, if you missed it, I printed a little Pochita. He's from this anime called Chainsaw Man. He's a little chainsaw devil in the form of a dog. And so I just asked the chat how to print the fuzzy skin because I'm quite unsettled by how smooth he is. But I was too lazy to try to figure out the settings to make the fuzzy skin happen, even though on the STL, the model did have fuzzy skin. But now I know, fuzzy skin setting on the settings. Gotcha. All right, so the next part I broke is the actual chainsaw. Actually, there's two parts that I've broken. Well, all of the parts I've basically broken. So I wasn't sure if this was meant to be part of the print or not, like if I was supposed to snap it easily off, like a support. That I wasn't clear on. And so when I tried to pry it off, I did break it here. And I had some cheap glue. I know I probably should be using 3D glue, but I don't have that yet. But I use this cheap glue that I had from one of my little figurine sets that was given to me for free, and I glued a lot of the pieces together. But today, what you will see me be using, because we don't have any 3D glue in the office, surprise, surprise for a filament company, I have a glue stick. This is the only thing that they gave me. In the office. So I'll probably be beating up this glue stick today. At Freaky Newfie, I do not have any crazy glue in the office, nor did I bring any with me. But okay, traditional glue sticks are good. That's good to hear. Always check the slice model and unsliced model to see that supports and not supports. Yeah, I probably should do that next time. To be fair, though, I printed these in parts. So there's that. I do not have an AMS yet. So it took quite a bit to print. I think maybe 3 hours or a little bit longer to print with all the parts. Yeah, continuously breaking all the parts. We'll just start calling you China, short for bull in a China shop. Is it because I keep breaking my prints? Well, when I brought the kunais that I reviewed last week that I printed, I did not break those, chat. I did not break that. I don't have an AMS yet. I feel like I should get comfortable without an AMS and do it all in parts first before I can treat myself to an AMS. But with that being said, you will probably be seeing me do some makeshift stuff right now. Other than that, these are the two parts that I broke. So this is supposed to come together. And I believe I have lost the bottom part of this. So that's interesting. I will not be able to glue that, but here is what I have so far. We're going to see a really badly built Pochita today. Also, if you look close, I have not taken out some of the excess yet. But again, this is just a trial print. Okay, someone says, I printed that same one. The eyes didn't fit right for me. I do have the eyes right here, and I have yet to... Are you talking about the eyes in the socket, or are we talking about the pupils in the eye? Oh, let me know. In the socket actually fit quite well for me. The only thing that I successfully printed was probably this. So we got one eye in. Hi, Jose. Welcome to the stream. You're going to see me shoddily put together today a print that I probably didn't print right. Not probably, I definitely didn't print right. Fuzzy skin, this is Pochita. Definitely will use the fuzzy skin slicer next time. He's quite a unit. He's about like, I want to say like half a pound maybe. I don't know. He's not that heavy. But I think the real bitch here will be to take these parts off. I've tried prying it, but okay. Also, I didn't have any white filament, so what we will make do with right now is, I believe this is a beige. This is Polyterra beige. So there's that. One thing with the eye sockets here is that I need someone to explain to me what setting I should be doing to avoid this. So this was printed standing up like this. Should I change the orientation of the print or what? Because I do not like this texture here. Or do I have to sand this off? Please let me know, chat. Yeah, do I have to sand this? What's going on here? Yeah, so Korea rice box, does that mean I have to print them like this? Or was this the wrong way to print it? Well, I have some of the parts assembled while I wait for some answers. This is, okay, good to know. I was really confused, Korea box, why this was printed standing up like this. I didn't bother to change the orientation just because I wanted to see how it printed first with all the bits and bobbles. But I probably should print this flat also, because this was also printed standing up, which is why I assume this is here. But we'll figure that out sooner or later when I try to jam this in here. But for now, we got the body. We have a handle here that will go, I think, down here. It's another handle. I got 2 sets of eyes right here. Hello, Bearded Printer. Welcome, welcome. I believe I met Bearded Printer at Rocky Mountain Rep Festival, and he gifted us the most beautiful print. It was a book bag, and I got all the people raving about it. And when you open it, it was pretty modular. You could use it as like a dice box. You could carry it around for D&D. Book bag, dad joke of the ages. It was pretty cool, Bearded Printer. While you guys are in here, before I start prying this stuff off, who in here is going to Murph, by the way? You're going to see some pretty cool people from our team. It's a given that you'll see Joel, of course. Easier to get tolerances right in the X and Y than to get in the Z right on the curves. Noted, noted. They come into the slicer the same orientation that they're modeled. Gotcha. Noted, noted. You're not going to be at Murph? I will be living vicariously through everyone else at Murph. I'll be at 3D Printopia, though. Okay, lots of events coming up. I hope you make... Oh, we have a visitor. Bye, Nick. That was one of our salesmen at the office who's too shy to join my stream. Okay, let's get started. All right, chat, what should I use? Should I be using this or this? What are these called? Pliers? What is the best to start? I'm going to have you guys pick for me. Eye protection is recommended for removing spores. Don't have eye protection, so I will hold it far away from my face this time, though. But that is probably true. I will have to keep this in mind next time for when I do this in front of a live audience. This is the only cutter I have, so we're going to start with this for the eyes. Yes, welcome to the chat, Brandywine. This is Pochita. So today I am not reviewing my own print, actually. This is the print that I made, and I've broken a lot of parts. So you're going to see this as trial number 1. I will be back next week with trial number 2, based off of all of the cool stuff that you guys have told me today. Number 1 thing, fuzzy skin slicer, because right now he's too smooth. Safety squints is the way to go. All right, let's get started. I use those needle nose pliers when I need to twist. I've broken side cutters when twisting. Well, if I break this, chat, it's not mine, it's the office's. So at least it won't be on my dime. I use the clips to pry between the supports and the print. I never cut with them. My son-in-law would love me to print him. He loves Chainsaw Man. You should totally print him this Pochita fuzzy skin slicer, but you should totally print this for him. I might change the scaling next time. It's a little bit big, so I might go a little bit down, maybe 25% down, but so far he's looking cute. All right, let's get this started. Safety squint. All right, chat, where should I start? The top? I actually don't even know if this is, oh. Okay, we got something here. So fun fact, chat, I used to build Gundams a lot, and you guys, some of you guys might roll in your grave hearing this. I wasn't professional or anything about it. I just really liked Gundams just because I like the models. If I'm going to be honest, I've never even watched the series, but I thought the concept was super cool, and so I bought a lot a couple years ago in my early 20s. This is the part where I feel like you guys might roll in the grave. I actually used medical scissors instead of actual clippers and pliers to clip my trees. So I'm all about doing things haphazardly as long as it looks good. But yeah, I think I've evolved from that though. I'm no longer using medical scissors. So here we are today using proper tools. There are probably about a metric ton of those flush cutters around Polymaker. See, you would think that, and I had scoured the office for office tools, and these were the only two things I could find in a Polymaker spool box. The more you know. We're all about makeshift things around here. Throw it down the stairs and see if any supports come off. You can start there. All right, bearded printer. We're gonna throw it on the floor then. All right. Bearded printer said to throw this on the floor, so we're doing that right now. I don't have stairs right now because we're on the first floor, so we're gonna throw it. Right. BRB under the table. All right. Here's an update for chat. I think bearded printer needs to be bullied in the chat for what he just asked me to do. I broke the tail. The tail is broken. Bearded printer, why would you lead me astray like this? Why? I did break it, chat. Here it is. The tail is now broken. An update, nothing else fell off from the print when he told me to drop it. I should be glad I don't have stairs in this office, but bully bearded printer. He made me break the tail. This was a 2-hour print. It's fine. This is again a trial. I feel like I could glue this back together. I have a glue stick. All right, so I'm going to set these pieces aside. At least he's not perfectly smooth anymore, so there's a plus. And there's no way you have enough filament to print another one. You know, I released a video of our time at Rocky Mountain Rep Festival with this really cool creator. His name is Unstable Culture on Instagram, Unstable Culture 1 on Instagram, and he had created this 9-foot dragon. And I didn't know how heated some people would get about this 9-foot dragon because a lot of people were calling it wasteful. So I don't know about this comment, bearded printer. How do you splint a tail? By chucking it to the ground, because I listened to one of the people in the chat. I have a glue stick for now, but for now, I'm going to actually have to take this apart. This is part of the tail, and glue him back together later, if I can manage that. This is how he looks. I don't know. Whatever you guys suggest, I might just do it. All right, let's do this the proper way. Now that I know that bearded printer is out to get me and ruin all of my prints. For sure, it will be kit bashed together. All right, we got most of the eye off, one of the eyes. Oh, I forgot to safety squint. Chat, whenever you guys do this, have you ever had any of the supports fly into your mouth? I'm just realizing that right now as I'm speaking to you guys. A lot of bits and pieces are falling off, and I feel like during the stream you will probably see me choke on one of them. All right, this is as good as it's going to get for now. We got one eye out. All right, all right. See, I at least know that if I boil it, it will definitely melt. So there's that, unless I use HTPLA. Safety squint and mouth hold. Hold your breath. But if I don't speak, you guys just won't be entertained. So I gotta say some things. So I'll take that risk for you guys. I have health insurance at Polymaker. All right, this is as clean as he'll get for now. Let's move on to the second eye. Now that I know not to throw it on the ground. I'm gonna have to use some clear material to 3D print a face shield, otherwise I won't see anything. Oh, that one came off pretty smooth. That was almost one go. All right, this was the eye socket. Welcome to the stream, everyone. All right, so we have two eyes clean right now. This one, dare I say, might have been a cleaner pull than the first one. Why isn't this one pulling off as clean? No, we trust that you can break more stuff while holding your breath. Health insurance and microplastics ineffective. Okay, so what is the proper way to take off supports when you guys are doing this? I mean, obviously I'm talking because I'm on stream right now, but is there more of a health concern when I'm doing this on the regular non-streaming? I mean, this can't be as bad as resin, at least. Oh, there we go. We got the top part of the eye out. I feel like I'm doing surgery on Pochita. That was my first mistake, not taking all the supports in one piece, but the eye looks fairly good for now. Just getting in there. Yeah, have you guys ever done this and then scratched your print? And have you, I feel like that's what I'm doing right now. All right, it's as good as it's gonna get. All right, the eyes are done. All right, chat, the next part is the body. Do you guys recommend me use these pliers for the body? Oh, this one's actually a good recommendation. Don't push towards your hand. My tool slipped in it, cut my finger, and had to get stitches. Ooh. Okay, duly noted. I will actually be more careful because I don't want to ruin my hand over a Pochita. I hate scratching my prints like that. At least it's not damaged another anyone. I wonder if where it's not damaged at, bearded printer. Okay, pliers for the body. The chat has spoken. All right. I've stabbed my hand before with flush cutters. See, this is why I used to use medical scissors whenever I would cut my trees off from my Gundams. All right, let's start. Any tips and suggestions on how to start going about this? Because I'm just going. Okay, we got the part near the butthole. Peekaboo says, fire can kind of help scratches. I don't have a lighter with me in the office, but that probably would be a good thing to have. Oh, okay, that's a really good one, Korea Rice Boxes. I have been twisting. So do I just pull? Pull the supports, got it. You should tell people that you use sewing scissors. Okay, a bearded printer, I didn't used to use sewing scissors. I used to use medical scissors, okay? And it's like the medical scissors that when you buy a first aid kit, it's like what you would find in the box. And I thought it was like the easiest thing to do. At the end of the day, did my Gundams look bad? No. Did they have some texture? And were they a little scratchy? A little bit, but you know, it was for my eyes only. I wasn't putting any competitions. Everyone's going to buy Tiff safety scissors. I should start a new trend. You should start pulling off supports with medical scissors. Ooh. Okay. Now this is the tricky part, chat. Okay. There we go. Because here, I used Polysonic for those who missed it. I used Polysonic PLA for this, and I was informed it was probably the worst thing I could have used with a print with supports. So we might be at this for a while. You guys might see me do this for like 10 minutes, dare I say. I fear you might be seeing me slowly remove this 10 minutes. I really hope, someone said don't twist, but it was my natural instinct to twist. Hemostats work as well if you want to keep it medical. All right, I feel like I need to grab a really good piece. Pull. All right, that was a good pull, right? That was a good pull. No, it wasn't. It was not a good pull because I didn't even get the base off yet. All right, this is noted. So maybe when I print this again, here, chat, here. When I pull it, there's a little bit of a gap. Have to run. Have a great stream. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully when you join my next stream, this will be better. Really tough supports. I usually carefully cut with a hobby knife. You should get Nico. He was just in the office, actually. He was just in the office. All they did was laugh at me when I told them that I printed it in Polysonic. Fun fact, chat. So I get bullied at the office quite often as a joke, for all legal purposes, as a joke. Polymaker Pete is my #1 hater. I'm 5'2", and so every time I stand next to Nico, he finds every opportunity to make fun of our height difference. I'll show you guys a meme he made sometime soon. Okay, grab, pull, and twist. Jose, someone told me not to twist though. HR already laughed at the meme he posted yesterday in our group chat. HR is not going to do it. All right. I'm changing tools, by the way. That one wasn't cutting it. Heh, no pun intended. Okay. If you can see here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking. I don't know. I think I'm pro twist, but let me know, you guys, what the proper way to do it, because someone in the chat said don't twist it. Do you ever look up to the Nico and say the plane boss? No, I do not. It is quite comical whenever we have to stand next to each other. I think he's like close to 6'7", and I'm just a mere 5'2". So you can picture that. Or honestly, just go to our social media and see some company pictures that we have posted standing next to each other. It's quite the gag. All right, the cutters aren't cutting it anymore. The support walls are weak and twisting can just remove thin walls to interface is still stuck. We're going back to this tool. Okay, I'm pulling. Okay. I usually just got Psycho on it and stab it and replete. All right. It's come to this. I do have a little screw here. As Bearded Printer says, time to start stabbing. All right. Everyone is very concerned about the stabbing. Let's see where I could stab. All right. I thought we were determined that I give bad advice. Why are you following it? I'm following anything that you guys tell me in this chat, all right? Bad or good. Sometimes the bad might be good. That's what I always like to think. We've deduced that the bad was don't throw your prints on the ground. Now, Wait, no, let's talk through this. How tall is Nico? I'm 6'1". I think I think Nico might be like 6'7" or something. Don't listen to chat. All right, Britt, I don't know. Sometimes the worst ideas could possibly be the best ideas. I only have 25 minutes left with you guys. So stabbing it is, because I still have to assemble everything together. And Britt, since you just joined the stream, here is this shoddy glue stick that was the only thing available in the office. We do not have 3D glue. Recap, I've broken so many pieces right off the bed because I got super impatient. The only thing that actually stayed intact was his tail. But don't worry, I'm going to print this again next week. This is just a trial and error. If you have a screwdriver, you can slide the screwdriver in the supports. That's what I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to find the space for it. My oldest daughter is 5'1" and youngest 5. Okay, that is exactly probably how me and Nico look next to each other. All right, we're going to go back to this tool, and then I'm going to start stabbing. Likes. Okay. Oh, God. Just to show you guys what my table looks like. Here are the tail bits. For Britt, who hasn't, I'm not sure if you saw this, but Bearded Printer gave me the lovely advice of throwing my print down a flight of stairs to maybe see if some supports came off. I wasn't sure if he was kidding or not. I don't have any stairs, but I did chuck this on the ground, and he made me break the tail. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys what the table looks like. This is what my current setup looks like. Here's some piles of supports. It's a very small pile, and here are the tools that I have. But here we go. Here we go again. No, Bearded Printer. Sometimes maybe the craziest ideas are the best ideas. In that case, we definitely decided that was not the best idea, but with supports this strong, I was hoping something would budge. For all of those who kept saying JK, I definitely just glanced at the message. I'm definitely more of an impulsive type of person, so if I see you comment something, I probably most likely will take that as a suggestion to do it. Oh, okay. We're cooking, chat. We're cooking. So right here, I don't know if you see it, but I managed to get my tool in there. So we're gonna start. All right. So I chipped it off and it flew across the room, and I will have to look for it after. Britt, I did not bring glasses, but someone told me to safety squint, so I will have to practice that. The best idea was not to use. Listen, when I stole the filament from the office, I wasn't thinking. I just saw PLA and I grabbed it. I didn't even look at the Polysonic little description. Granted, it's probably old filament also, so. But I believe this is the same filament I used to print the kunais last week. But once again, the kunais last week, not that many supports. All right, we're cooking. I should be really glad that I'm not part of the product team, and probably my superiors aren't watching this right now. Next time, just use your hands as support. Okay, Bearded Printer, giving me more suggestions. I might do. Pinch a section near the edge and peel it back like an orange. All right, so let's see what we can print. We can peel here. All right, Britt, we got some progress here. Let's look for a little. Okay, well, all right, we're gonna peel. All right, it's peeling. Let me show you guys up close. She's peeling. I might switch tools though, because I'm afraid this might cut the peel that I got. All right. No, wait. I gotta go in with a little screw. Let's jam it in here some more and have some more space, more room. All right. I feel like. Oh, okay. All right. I feel like has anyone taken had a harder time taking off supports? Please tell me your worst case of taking off a support, chat. All right, I did what I did. I did what I wasn't supposed to do. I cut off the part that I peeled. Post-processing is a bitch. Who in here has had a harder... What's the worst support that you had to actually peel off? And what measures did you take to get it off? That's what I want to know. Because you guys see me struggling. But I'm a newbie, so I'm sure you guys have struggled just as much as I have. So I definitely want to hear some stories. Ugh. No, I have patience, Britt. I have chipped away so little, but we're still here and I'm still entertained. And you guys have 20 minutes left with me, so it's more so if you guys have the patience to watch me do this. Patience in blood is the best method. I'm trying not to draw any blood today, Korea Rice Box. There's one time I didn't adjust the support interface spacing after activating fuzzy skin on a very large model. It took me about an hour to remove all the supports. Bearded printer, I guess you didn't throw it on the ground to see what falls off, huh? All right. We're going to go about this from a different angle now, guys. So I tried the front. The front wasn't budging for me. But we'll see again. We'll see again. I'm going to bring you guys down. Hello, everyone. Just keep biting on the edge. And now, Britt, I almost actually bit the print. I really would have had ingested some microplastics there. Accidentally had grid support turned on for what was supposed to be a hollow channel. Just keep biting on the edge. That'll be the thumbnail. That'll be the thumbnail. I'm kidding, Britt. I would never bite it. I would never bite it. All right, Bearded Printer has spoken. It's time. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No mouth, no mouth. I know that much. I don't want to die. I'm already breathing this stuff in. Okay, it's real time. All right, I'll bring you guys down a bit, and then this might be a better angle for you guys to see what this looks like. All right, all right. I know you guys said don't twist, but I feel like twisting is the only method I have helping me out right now. Here are some of the bits I have here. I'm going to have to do my best not to get these bits mixed up with these bits because this is the tail that I broke off. How else do you plan on getting your daily? You know, you're right. I do. A microplastic a day keeps the doctor at bay. I'm going to separate the tail, actually, Britt, right here on my laptop. Because I know if I put it in my pocket, I will forget it. All right, let's see. All right, that was good. This is a big chunk right here. With pork, you could put it in the oven and slow roast it at 340 degrees for 2 hours and the supports will simply melt away. You're right, chat. The next time I'm going to bake this at 350, 340 degrees, and we'll see if it's still intact. I'm kidding. I know that much. For Polysonic, could someone tell me what the heat threshold is? What is the melting point, actually? All jokes aside. I had too much whimsy and I was being too goofy, but I actually do want to learn. What is the melting point for Polysonic PLA? Is it just like all other PLAs? Oh God, this isn't looking hopeful here. We're gonna have to start chipping again, Chuck. All right, we're on to something. 230 Celsius. Can someone tell me what that is in Fahrenheit, please? I wonder if my coworkers hear me outside just going at it. Oh, we're getting close. I have 15 minutes left to at least get this off. Someone said, and that's why all my designs are made to avoid supports. I hate supports. I'm having a terrible time with these supports. Oh, geez. Okay. This is progress. Okay. Let me see if I can use my hand for this. Okay, that was something. Recommended support material, poly support and poly dissolve. Yep. I find that regular PLA, I don't have that difficult of a time. This is my first time having this much of a problem. I don't know, with the way things are going, bearded printer, I might throw it on the ground again. Who knows? I feel like an archaeologist going at it. Ugh. Once again, these are not my tools, so I'm not that stressed about ruining them. All right, we're peeling oranges here, guys. I feel like Britt should make that a thing. She should have a whole series called Flying Off Supports. It's like peeling an orange. Careful with the sharp objects. A trip to... I for sure will. Don't worry. I'm keeping all my limbs at bay. Although don't jinx me in the chat. I feel like I am accident prone, so don't jinx me, guys. Just stab the table. All right, this is our progress so far. Any suggestions, chat? Oh, I almost took his little toes off. All right, we got some toe visibility here. What the helly? All right, we're getting progress here. I'm going to live by Britt's mantra, peel it like an orange. Oh, there's so much filament on my pants. All right, we got visible toes, except for this one. Let's do a pinch at the edge and peel up. All right, Britt, the real key here is I think I need to use something sharper to pinch. All right. Britt, we're cooking. This was the correct tool. Back to this. All right. We're lifting. The worst is when you're walking around barefooted and accidentally step on a stray piece of support. It's like stepping on Legos. I feel like that would send me to the ER. These supports are not soft. Okay, a little twisting and pulling is helping a little bit here too, guys. I know you said no twisting, but twisting's helping a little bit. All right, chat, we're getting there. I think I need to start for toe definition for this one. I'm going to have to use the cutter. Oh, my coworkers are still here. I see them. I hear them outside. So I wonder what their thoughts and opinions are hearing me grunt in the meeting room, trying to pry open all of this freaking support. You know what? A cheat I could have done is call in my coworkers to actually help me do this, but that wouldn't be fun. They did laugh at me when they heard what I printed it with. All right, this is the update. We got to clean it up a little bit, chat. Jesus, I might return that roll of Polysonic to the office. I don't know what happened to the toes, though. Why do they look so bad? This one specifically. It's getting there. Just a couple more to go. Okay, we're lifting. We're peeling like an orange. Back to this tool. Bearded printer, I followed your advice. Okay. Oh, yeah, we're lifting. Mm-hmm. I did stab myself with this. All right, chat, you jinxed me. I got a cut. We're going to keep going. Maybe that should be the end of this. Not the stream, but this. It's like a flesh wound. It's fine. The things I do for my job intentionally wound myself. It was bound to happen, guys. You know, I think part of Chainsaw Man is that Pochita does a blood pact with Denji, which is one of the main characters. So I'm on brand with the print here. It's not a mortal wound. She's fine. It's like a paper cut. I'll be fine. I'm determined to get this off, though. But noted, away from the hands, away from the hands. I got too whimsical last time. That's how I cut myself. But let me know, guys, have you done something similar? I want to know how many of you guys accidentally cut yourselves while taking off supports. Was it worth it? We're going to go back with the same tool. Away from the hands this time. Hand is here. Away. We're going to start stabbing. I feel like a freaking archaeologist digging for a fossil. All right. We got something. This time I may have cut a little bit of skin. All right, the next time I do this, I definitely will wear proper PPE. I thought this was going to be a little bit sillier, but I didn't realize how hard this was going to be, guys. Okay, one paw is pretty clean, though. I'm pretty happy with that. So I hear. I have, I mentioned this in the chat last week, but I actually had to, what is it called? The PTFE tube last week. I think I had a jam in the nozzle or something. So I had to take the tube out, and in the process of me doing so, there's like the rubber part. For those who don't know, again, I have an A1 Mini. There's like a rubber part that covers the nozzle, and my dumb self did not think that that part would be that hot. It was pretty hot, but I was impatient, so I pulled it off anyways. Did I burn myself? Define burning yourself. I feel like I'm giving a pedicure right now for a pet. What did the comments say? I think we need to pitch in and buy Tiffany some real tools. Define real tools, chat. Oh, there's a little bit of blood. Don't worry, don't worry. I didn't realize you guys would be watching me take off supports for an hour. I'm so sorry, guys. In the meantime, did you have fun watching me chuck it to the ground? Ah! There's just that little bit left I'm trying to take off. The perfectionist in me is saying this is bothering me so much, but it's okay. We're gonna make do with that right now. I'm gonna show you guys the assembly at least for the last 5 minutes. All right, guys, we got most of the supports off. I would say like 98% off. Bearded printer, what did happen to the tail? Oh, are you talking about the bits of the tail? They're still here. They're still here. I don't think I have the mental capacity right now to put it all together, but what I do have are the eyes. Let's see how they look and if they go in. Oh. All right, I fear I have to shave down a little bit of the supports that are still in the eye socket to make the eyes fit. You have our support, no pun intended. It's just localized fuzzy skin on the stomach. Just this one part. That's where he gets the pets. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, that eye is not good. I think I have to glue this. Now I know what that user meant when he said that he had a hard time fitting in the eye sockets. I wish I had a sander here. Oh, breaking a sweat here, chat. I wish they would just snap in, Jesus. I have 3 minutes left. Or is there a way to like solder this off? She's shaking. I surely am. What the helly? I got one eye, but he's not on. Okay, the best thing I can show you for now is this. Okay, okay, we have a handle. Envision it, envision it, envision it. All right, and goddamn tail. I believe this would go here. All right, we got this. Now, where does this go? Okay, we have most of it, not most of it, we have some of it assembled. Next thing I have is this, but now this is the real bitch, because how the helly do I fit this in? I think I really need a sander. I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break it, guys. We're gonna see what we get with this. After this stream, I'm gonna have to go to the kitchen and rinse my mouth because I feel a piece of filament in my mouth. Mm-mm-mm. Plastic lovers. Y'all, I have never had this hard of a time assembling a figurine together. What the hell? I'm bleeding. I've got plastic everywhere. It's on my hair. The eyes won't go in. All right, chap. We're at time. We're at time. We're at time. Super glue it is. But I'm going to show you so far what we have. Okay. I'll do a side-by-side comparison next week. All right. Uh-huh. He's fairly clean down here. Okay. All right. Give my Pochita a rating. Give him a rating of how clean he is. Not you seeing the support still on his paw. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's a beginning. We've all been there. Needles fly and patience for a must. Needs more blood. Here's the blood. This is my blood pack with Pochita. The broken tail adds personality. Thank you guys for joining my stream. I'm glad that you guys were entertained by my struggles. My cleanup process is gonna be a bitch. Look at all this. All right. With that being said, chat, my time is up. Thank you again for joining my stream. It was quite chaotic today. But yeah, join me for next week when I eventually perfect this. Thank you for the kind comments, everyone. I've bled for you, I've struggled for you, and I've provided jokes for you. Till the next.